Welcome, everyone. What is going on this Friday evening? Welcome to the show. Let's see what's we got some crazy shit going on. I tell you what, there is some nutty stuff going on in the world today. AR brother, what have you been up to lately?
Give me a minute.
All right.
Oh boy, my
Oh
what a
man,
day!
see,
What
this
a
is what
day!
happens when you talk about something stupid, silly, right
Whoa,
before you go on a show.
yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to stop that.
yeah,
Uh,
here's the thing, dude.
oh,
I went into the hair salon, and I was talking to the girl, and she's like, "Would you look through a book?" And I'm like, "No, I already know what I want." And she's like, oh, "Okay, what do you want? Like bread? You want like French breads, braids, whatever you call them?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, no. I want that new haircut." And she's like, "Okay, what's the name of it?" And I'm like, "I call it the Mongoloid." So that's what I got. And actually, it's instead of the comb over, it's the comb forward because my hairline is receding faster. I wish I could say than the money that we get on our paychecks, but that is, but anyway, so that's why we're going to comb this forward. We're just going to comb this right down forward. And this is
yep,
the
Uncle John.
Mongoloid.
We grew up in modern America. We go to salons to the barber.
The barber. Dude, I wish I
Oh
had a
boy,
barber. Barbers were much cheaper.
we got a few
And
around here.
yeah,
Around the
we don't
counties.
we had one barber. And I
Hmm.
think the old man passed away. He was in the right next to the pool supplies place, and they were holding on by their fingernails to stay in business. And they finally folded, and he I think passed away. He was in his 70s. I used to walk by there going to the local gun shop.
Yeah,
And he's like, but no, my wife cuts my hair. I don't even waste money on that stuff.
some of us are old enough to remember that. As a kid, I'd go. My aunt would go every Saturday to get her hair sprayed like a beehive in the '60s, real
Oh yeah,
stiff,
and
you know.
dyed,
And
dyed
there'd be
and
none but women
bleached
in there,
or
and I go, I
whatever.
ain't going.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't want to go in there and sit, because I grew up too where that's just something you didn't do when I was a kid, especially in the '60s, late '60s, even then. Then all of a
Oh
sudden, it
yeah.
just kind of went mainstream. The
Our
barrier fell.
mascot is making a an appearance right
Hmm.
now in the reloading room.
Hang on, man.
She is 20 pounds of gorgeous calico.
What's up,
Nice.
Uncle John?
Oh, let me show you guys who I'm talking about here. Oh,
Got
oh, let
Vanessa
me
with
show
us,
you.
Uncle John,
Look
JH.
at this. This is Kit Kat. Yo, she's a beautiful one. You can
67
sit in
Rebel.
his lap.
We see that cat.
Yes.
She's a big one. She's 20
Kingpin.
pounds.
Wow, pretty good size.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's a
one
big one.
guy's with us. Appreciate you guys dropping by.
Yeah, we're just going
Oh,
to be hanging out tonight and doing a little chit chatting and maybe share some stories and some experience and anything you guys want to know. Vanessa's here,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, and Jamie's here. Hey, brother, what's going on?
The flow
Hey,
beat
did you
killed the
send Jamie
barber.
a link for tonight's little chit chat?
No, not yet.
Yes, go ahead and send him one. See
You
if
want a
he
link,
want
Jamie?
if he
Excuse
if
me.
he can come on. I don't know if he may be home because
Yeah, sometimes it pushes him.
he yes
Jamie.
if yeah, if he wants one,
Yeah,
send
give
him
us a.
one. If anybody wants one, really, we're just chit chatting tonight, so we're not really covering anything in particular. We're gonna do the annealing thing on Monday. I've just had a rough week, and I'm not doing any stuff trying to use my hands and dexterity and concentrate with my depth perception that I don't have tonight. I'm just gonna call it a week and be like, we all have those days, and I have had a week of it. So me and AR have just been cracking up backstage and talking about a lot of you guys and seeing what you guys have been doing in your videos and stuff lately. And I've been very entertained. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately because I've just been kind of bummed. So yeah, so me and AR have just been giggling, and we've been, oh, here Guns and Barbecues here too. Let me send Guns and Barbecue a link because I know. Let me
Hey,
see
what's up,
here.
James? Good to
The
see
old
you.
blind guy here trying to. Let's see. I've got the brain of a small pumpkin seed. I can tell you that right now. Everybody's laughing because I totally forgot that I have to actually send a. I've been off the computer for about a week, and I'm not a computer literate person. I don't work on one every day. Never did. Drove a truck for a living, so um, I wasn't around one for almost a week straight, and I got back on it, and it was almost like I forgot how to do anything.
Yeah, Jamie says he'll be back.
Okay.
He'll jump in.
All right. Then go ahead and take care of him. I'm just trying to figure out where they moved everything to.
You want me to send him a link?
Yeah, send him a link.
Okay.
Let's see here. We'll send this one. Bam. Oh, this one is to. Who was I going to send this one? Oh, Barbecue.
Okay. Coming, Jamie, in a second.
Let's see. EBQ. And this is what happens when you grow old.
It's done. Sent. Jamie.
All right. I'm slower than warm water on a cold day.
Mm-hmm. I worked on data entry machines before I ever even worked on a PC or actually even got on a PC back in the day.
There's some shit that just popped up, boy. I tell you what, I just put in Barbecue's deal, and Willie the Bullet Man's email address popped up. That was kind of crazy. Wonder why. What am I doing?
I got him in my address book too.
Yeah, I don't even know how. If I wanted to take him out, I couldn't because I'm that computer illiterate. I leave him in there though. That way, every once in a while, I think about him. You hit the button and then boom. Now let me see if I can actually get this to work.
I went and got my hair cut today. Finally, it was getting bushy last night. I said, I got things to do. I got to get up and head out and do some early in the morning. So I can't be up late. Hit the hay early.
Okay, why isn't his thing coming? Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong. See, this is what I don't like. Yeah, everybody's been having I've noticed people are. Let's see here.
Yep.
Damn, man. This is almost. I'm doing. Hey, Dad. All I want to know is Barbecue. You're actually working me, brother. You're working me.
My aunt was in her 70s. She says, I said, so what's good about getting old? She says, nothing. Nothing's good about it. I said, got you.
Huh.
Just had a lot of subs drop off. People say they're.
What happened?
Excuse me, guys. Something had a lot of subs drop off. Good Lord, what's wrong with me? I haven't been unsubbed in someone in quite a while, actually. Hold on a minute, guys. I must have got corona at the hair salon today. She let me take my mask off.
Well, it's a little hard to cut hair with a mask on.
Usually you got to hold it like this. She said, take it off if you want. I said, okay. Sit on my leg.
Well, for the love of God, for some reason.
What you looking for?
I'm trying to send Barbecue a freaking link. And for the life of me, I can't get his name to pop up in my autofill. It's like if I hit it harder, maybe.
I might have it. I don't know if I do. I doubt it. Let me see. Uh,
Oh,
depends
hold
on
on.
what is it.
I might be doing something.
Depends on what it
Just
starts with. If it starts with
hey, listen. I
G.
think, dude, listen. Okay, let me show you something. How stupid I am. All right. Let me just tell you guys something.
Let me see.
When I was okay. Oh. Okay, fellas. Let me tell you how ignorant I am. All right.
Yeah, I don't have it.
I was trying to put. Hold on for just a second, guys.
Sent. Chris JH. I sent Quest. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what's going on, guys? What what's everyone got coming up this weekend in reloading?
Okay. Barbecue, your link is on the way, sir. And I cannot believe, yeah, I need to stay on computers more because that was embarrassing. All right, let me real quick, not to interrupt what AR was saying. Let me tell you listen, okay. I always call guns and barbecue barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
I never call him guns
Right.
because I call you AR guns. So I call him barbecue. So when I am looking for the email to send the link to, I'm
Mm-hmm.
putting in barbecue instead of guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was getting like Willie's name popping up, and I was getting
Huh.
um um all the guys you can think of that have their names as B were popping up, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
everybody but I almost said his name, but most people know his name, but I'm not gonna do it. But barbecue, I'll just call him that, and because that's what I call him. And basically, yeah, I'm a
He's
middle
here.
midget. He is. Oh,
Yeah, he's in the side chat.
oh
He's not
yeah,
on. No,
cool.
he's not in the back.
Oh, okay, cool. Look at him. Are those claps? What is he?
I
What
think
did
it's
he put?
yeah. I think so. Yeah, looks like it. Some of them
I'm
you can't
blind.
tell. Some of those things are
Yeah, some
so.
of the emojis.
Yeah, depends on what browser you're in, what they look like. Uh, Vanessa says I need to
What
visit a
is?
restaurant supply store to pick up a 5-gallon solar salad spinner. I got wheels on my
Five?
car. It's called a salad shooter. My wheels are. That's the name of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Guns barbecues clapping. That must have been clapping
Mm-hmm.
because was able to complete that task. And I'm like, I mean, I've worked with really retarded people that are not that's not a real disabled people that have mental retardation, and they are a hell of a lot sharper than I am. Back when I was in high school, I used to work with them at our Publix, and those kids would surprise you and biggest hearts in the world, dude.
I had a stepson years ago and had Down syndrome. 5 years
Yeah.
old.
Hey, dudes and Mrs. Kitty. Hey, brother. What's Uncle Jim number two doing? Hey, Jim, if you need a link, I will send you one. If you would like to come on the show and hang out with me and AR on this just nonchalant chit chat night, if you would. If you want to, you just throw me a hammer. I'll use your little deal. I don't even know what the hell those things are called. That's when you know you're old. I just use your thing. You remember when your parents used to be like, "Get that they'd be asking for the TV remote control, and they would be actually thinking, and you'd be looking at them, and you're just laughing inside hysterically, and you're like, because you know what they want. They want the TV remote control, but they don't know what it's called because they didn't grow up with a TV remote control, and either did I. I was the TV remote control. The parents would go turn it to Fox channel 35 or 6, 9, or channel 2. It was either CBS, NBC, or Fox, or NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox.
Yeah,
And
Fox
that's
in
all we
Atlanta.
had.
Fox come around as a music channel in Atlanta. Channel 17 started out initially as psychedelic and then playing rock and roll. A lot of people probably don't remember that in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then it slowly turned into Channel
WOF.
17.
Yeah, WOFL.
I forget what it was now, but it was early days
WOFL.
before Ted founded CNN.
Yeah.
And but one time it was called the Now Explosion. In 1970, 71, you turn on 17 and they would just have rock music going like a jukebox.
Crazy.
But we're talking, even a year before that, that was when Woodstock was happening.
Rabbit ears. Hell yeah, dude. I remember rabbit ears. And I also remember those antennas that everybody would have on the side of their house. You don't even see that shit anymore. Used to be, you would go out over one of the big cities, and they would have one of those places with the binoculars that are bolted to the thing so you can't steal them, and you put a quarter in or whatever and they work. And if you look down into where everybody lived, all you saw were those TV antennas, and everywhere. That was 1970s. And then 1980, HBO came in, cable, and people started going that route. But that was a luxury. That was a luxury item. Most people didn't have cable in their houses. They had, the regular rabbit ears or the TV antenna outside.
I remember when you couldn't record when VCRs got kind of not mainstream, but in the early days, you couldn't record Cinemax, HBO, or nothing. They would they have it scrambled.
Yes.
I figured Audio Place in Gwinnett County actually gave me about 2 AB switches and a few patch cords, and I was able to bypass that mechanism and record.
Yes.
I still got the AB switches back there somewhere in the drawer. After all these, upstairs in the attic, actually.
It's something weird when it's weird when you find something. We finally went to a clicker remote. Yeah.
I remember a story that McCartney did an interview years ago. The first time that's the Beatles actually together seen a remote control was with Elvis Presley. Go, wow, man, he got a remote. Imagine wow, things were different.
Okay, hold on. GGW Reloading has got something coming up. Where is it? Right here. Is this it?
Yeah, he's talking about eBay.
Yeah, what's going on with eBay?
It could be eBay. It could be a browser issue.
I know for a fact that eBay's been doing a lot of changes in the way they do things, though, because they've increased if you're selling on there, it used to be that you could actually make a little bit of a living on eBay. And now they've made it so they get you twice. They get you in the beginning part and they get you in the end. They get you up front for a percentage, but they also get you in the end for a percentage that it sells for. And it was like, yeah, I know somebody that was selling some stuff on eBay and thought that he had paid all the fees, and then got a bill for quite a bit of money after, because the item sold for either more, or I don't know how it works, but they ended up giving him another bill.
Yeah, color TVs were a luxury at one time. I traded a car. I actually had a color TV, and I traded it for a car, and I snatched the rear end out, hot rodding it, and it sat on the side of the road and it got impounded.
Yeah, impounded.
Never went and got it. It was a whole one.
Well, we got a few people out there in the side chat tonight. Yeah, if anybody wants to come on and talk with us, we'd love to have you. If not, completely understand if you just want to hang out. But yeah, I think the TV when it went, I remember when it went from black and white to color, and I remember a lot of people having black and white sets.
You know what show actually promoted color in the showroom floors?
Hold on, because I remember seeing it. And it's right on the tip of my tongue. Hold on.
I'll give you a hint. Something to do with a horse.
It wasn't Gunsmoke, was it?
Bonanza.
Even
though Gunsmoke went way back.
Yes.
Yeah, but way before Gunsmoke. But,
yeah.
They typically would turn it because it was in color.
Yes, I remember that. And I remember when they did the Andy Griffith show in color from black and white. That was right about the same time.
I remember watching Star Trek in black and white console.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And the things with the TV sizes, like a 27-inch was considered a monster TV. You know, if
I had a 27 in 1990. A Panasonic cost me close to $700 with taxes. Finance.
Yep.
Circuit City.
Yep.
That was considered big. Even our condo. Everybody go, hey, Elliot's got a 27-inch. Let's watch football, sports.
Now, if you say you have a 27-inch, they're going to say, what on your computer?
Yeah.
I think I have.
I got here.
Yeah. I don't even know what this is. If this is a 2 foot, I think this is a 24-inch that I'm using for my computer monitor.
It's a 27-inch Samsung.
Yeah, a lot of guys have like the big ones with the wraparound deal and all that. And I just was buying. I mean, it's 4K, but it's not high hertz rate. It's like 100 and
1400 something. I think. Well, no, that is. They usually call it.
I think it's 100. It's 144 refresh rate, so it's a little faster than the 60 hertz or whatever it is. But it's not one of those gaming deals.
4K is not that friendly to PC monitors. Still aren't really. Yeah. Well, if you pay a lot of money, you can get one more friendly.
I think. JH is here.
Hey man.
Hey brother.
What's going on, fellas?
We're just hanging out, chit-chatting a little bit tonight, so we thought we would see if we could raise some of the fellas to bring them on.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for throwing me a link out there.
Anytime.
I'm a boring kind of guy. I understand.
Listen to him. He's a boring kind of guy, my butt. Yeah. So what's going on, Jamie? What's going on in your world today? Because I look like I'm strapping myself in for electrocution.
Oh man, it looks like you're adjusting your ponytail, dude.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. I don't know if you were watching the show when I was talking about my hairline receding problem. Yes, sir. I don't know what's going on. My dad, he had hair, but it was curly, so it fluffed forward a little bit. My hair is thin as baby hair, so it just lays over. Calls it quit. I don't know what to do.
I remember AG23. I remember all that stuff y'all talking about, and that's kind of reminiscent of our topic we got for Georgia Shooting Connection tonight. But I don't want to talk about that because I'd be all out of bullets by the time we got to 9 o'clock tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, brother. I completely understand. You got to keep your little secrets when you can.
But no, it ain't like it's no deep, dark secret. I just don't want to talk about it right yet.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
You know, I need CW to correct my misinformed brain sometimes.
That's true. The moon landing was black and white. You know what band played music during the moon landing around the world? Does anyone know?
I want to say the Beatles.
That's what I want to say, but
So
Pink
we got
Floyd.
two for
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd played it.
That would be appropriate, but little Roger Waters. Yeah, I could see that very, very clearly.
let me tell you something. In 1969, I was 7 years old. I had never heard of Pink Floyd.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't familiar with them even in moon landing, to be honest with you. And I was in rock and roll. I like the
No,
Beatles,
man, my mom
Stones.
woke us up.
Yeah, so-
Get your butts up. Y'all got to come see history. I'm like, Mama, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And then in 10 years later, very close to the same time of the year, also, if y'all remember, I got up for school one day and my mom's crying. And it was in August of 1977. And Elvis had passed away.
Yep.
She was crying like a baby. I'm like, what's the matter, mother? What's the matter, mother? And she said, oh, nothing. I'm like, don't give me that. Is Papa and Grandmother okay? Worried about my grandparents, No, Elvis died. And I'm like, oh, crap. Please.
He had a bigger funeral, actually, than probably overall than even Kennedy, or as big. And another one, John Lennon, he also had a big one. Of course, that was kind of a shocking death.
Yeah.
But, you won't see any other stars but them get that kind of coverage of death.
Both of those two guys passing away, in my opinion, was robbing society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like taking an artist away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People actually died, too, in front of Graceland. People got killed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they got the guy. I think he was drunk and barreled into a few girls. I forget how many he killed. One or two.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. That drunk driver that lost control of his car and ran into a bunch of girls standing out front waving.
Of all places.
Yeah.
Man, that's insane. There's Uncle Jim. What's going on, bud?
Yeah, Uncle Jim's there, and Rob, New York Outcast, is in the side chat. Vanessa.
Bradley. Good to see you, New York.
Mr. Pollard's out there asking, was the moon landing real? Absolutely, it was real. I saw it on TV. It had to be real.
I was kind of in a haze. Was running from Gwinnett County Police that night. I'd been drinking, and they come up and hit me in a spotlight, man. And I was out in the field. I looked at that spotlight and I says, "See you guys, bye." And I ran through the woods, man, jet black dark, wide open, man. It's jumping creeks. I mean, miracle I didn't run into a tree and kill myself.
So exactly, that's what I was waiting for the story to go. All of a sudden, I hit something. I woke up 2 hours later, looking straight up at the sky.
I still don't know how I navigated those woods that night.
But I woke up with Bubba looking down in my face.
They didn't catch me. I looked up and seen that floodlight, and I said, "Bye." Hey, you. I go, "Bye."
See you later.
There's low balling outdoors.
Hey, low balling.
Awesome.
His videos today.
Yeah.
Miss Kitty brought up hitting the golf ball on the moon. Before she said that, I was actually thinking about that. It had to be a real lunar landing because I believe it was Shepard took I think it was a 7-iron. Uncle Jim will tell me, and he just took a one-handed, less than half a stroke, and the ball goes like nearly 300 yards. So it had to be on the moon. Y'all remember the car, the little car that they
built?
Oh
yeah, it's still up there.
Yeah, I bet it still runs too, right? If it was a Chevrolet, it still runs.
Ford fix or repair daily.
Well, they didn't want to use Chevy because they didn't have 3D printers to make parts to fix it.
Or found on the road dead.
The Rover, that's what they called it.
Yeah.
Miss Kitty got another one. Ball went really far. It did go really far.
Houston, we have a landing. Remember all that? How they on computers
Yeah.
and they sit around those consoles.
I remember the big reel-to-reel computers. It looked like the Whopper back there. It was like they had it was like 100 yards of computer. And I think, hold on, you guys are going to laugh at this.
The first hard drive was probably as big as this room I'm in. I think 6, 7 foot. I can't remember. Some of you guys may know. I don't remember.
They
exact
had
measurement,
all
but
that.
it was huge.
They had all that computing power. And now all that computing power is that's how much computing power they had, guys.
Not even that advanced.
That thing's got 5 times more computing power than that thing had.
But
you
when
know,
go ahead.
The lunar program kind of kick-started the electronics industry, don't y'all think?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just think. If we'd never sent a man to the moon, we wouldn't have automatic powder dispensers.
Texas Instruments played a big role in that in the calculator.
Yeah, and also, what do they say? Invention is the root of it, or is the something of necessity?
I know what you're saying.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah. Yes. So they needed computers to do that calculation, so they invented them and got us started on what Jamie said.
Heck, even the 1990s.
Imagine our parents back in 1960. I wasn't here yet, but imagine my parents hearing John F. Kennedy's inaugural address and saying, "I challenge this country to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade." Everybody's thinking, what's he drinking? What he smoking? You know?
Now we got a president that says, that's a good thing. We just got some money out of a gun manufacturer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So,
are we going to go there?
No. Just for a split second.
Well, this is what I heard on Glenn Beck, that any firearms manufacturer would have never settled that case. They would have fought that case all the way to the Supreme Court.
That was an insurance company that settled it.
It was the insurance company that settled that case. And you got to remember that the company Remington that made that gun that they sued is no more.
No more.
They've been divided up. And
DPMS, right?
That's a shame too.
It was Remington.
Remington.
It was called. It might have been a DPMS.
And Remington, when they were Freedom Group, they purchased DPMS firearms in Bushmaster. Bushmaster held a no compete clause for 5 years, and then the owner of Bushmaster, he restarted up his company again with all the original machinery and all the original staff, except for a few people that got jobs and were working elsewhere. He brought it all back to his little hometown in Maine, right where they're located. And now it's Windham, Maine, and it's called Windham Weaponry. And that used to be Bushmaster. And they built one hell of an AR-15 rifle.
And it's called Wyndham.
It's Wyndham. Yeah, it's Wyndham. I misprint Windham. I'm Wyndham, whatever, man. It's close. It's WIND ham or something like that.
Yeah, spelled with a Y.
Yeah. So that they build one hell of an AR-15 rifle, and he always has. And when he was Bushmaster, I owned a Bushmaster, built very, very straight up solid.
Yeah, I remember when they were everywhere years ago. Go to gun show, they were all over the tables. Bushmaster was.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the gun company, they when they got divided up and they became Freedom Group, was kind of the end of Remington Firearms, in my opinion. It was no longer Remington. It was just a big corporate, a big corporation that was more interested in, I think, the bottom dollar, like most companies, than firearms in general. I think that when the companies were individually owned by family names, they were more into the Second Amendment, but that's my opinion.
They were. I think so.
Money is nice, but I think a lot of if you look at a lot of these, I know in the AR-15 industry that is very true. If you look at a lot of the small and like Spike's Tactical, you guys think, oh, that's really big. Actually, their storefront is relatively small, and
got Core 15
right there
down there in Florida too.
Yeah, you got 415.
Good Times Outdoors.
Yep, and they also have what is the one? There's another one. There's another company that builds AR-15s in Florida. Hardcore, or there's another company. It's in North Florida. It's a pretty good company, and I've seen some of their work. It's pretty nice. But these companies, they produce AR-15s, and there a lot of them are small. As far as employee number, and the owners of these stores are very pro 2A, and they because they make a living off the Second Amendment, they want to make sure they support it, and also they're patriots, and they want to make sure that everything in this country stays free. And that's what I appreciate by a lot of these mom and pop. I call them mom and pop. They're actually small businesses, but they're right in between. They're not Colt manufacturing. They're not making millions of rifles. They're making.
What's tragic about Remington
hundreds.
too? Remington did not keep producing quality products. Their Marlins went to crap. Their rifles was not made that great anymore. And at one time they were the standard. 700. Decades ago.
Yeah. They've
tragedy.
They've had multiple run-ins with problems, a lot of lawsuits, a lot of things that didn't go right for Remington over the years. But when it was owned by Mr. Remington, I think not only did I think, in my opinion now, that they built a better product, I think that they had more of their heart and soul into the products that they manufactured. You can still go out and buy a 700 or a 712 and a 735 bolt action rifle now, and you can, they're decent rifles, but they're not the rifle they once were.
I was shocked at Marlins with the matte finish and the crappy wood laminated stock the way they did it. I thought, wow, man, that looks cheap.
What, the new Ruger?
No, the new Marlins back when Remington had it. I did not like them.
Oh yeah. Have you seen the new Rugers? The new Rugers that came out? Oh, they're freaking nice, man. Don't kid yourself. They've got laminated stocks, but they're gorgeous.
Yeah, when they come out with the wood, I'm gonna buy one 30-30. I'm not gonna buy one until the wood gets out there.
They released the 4570, and it's in stainless steel. And I believe, I want to say it has a 16 or an 18-inch barrel on it with a threaded barrel. So for all our suppressor guys, real interested in that. It comes with, like on the Henrys, a piece of pick rail on the top already installed from Ruger. And it basically sits low enough so you can use the traditional sights. Wood looks good. And from what I saw, no tool marks on the actual receivers. Look solid, smooth as glass, is what I've been told by the guys that have actually handled them. Uncle Jim's picked one up, I think. He told me he picked one up. It's either Uncle Jim or one of the fellas that is always on his show, Tin Man, or one of those fellas. So someone's put their hands on one, and I haven't, but I'm looking forward to doing it because they're supposed to be pretty damn nice.
I have my rifle ADL's 2005, which could have been made a year before or two, but it's pretty good. It's not bad.
How many of y'all saw Ocean's new build today?
Oh, I didn't see Julio. What did he do, James?
I didn't even see a notification.
He built what is that, 375 Raptor?
Oh, yeah. The bolt gun.
Bolt action, big, thick, heavy barrel on it. Nice Boyd's laminated stock.
We'll check that out.
It's on Rumble,
Mhm.
and he put 2 videos out, and I haven't got to look at the second one yet. And
Everything we stream, everything on my channel is going to Rumble now.
so I'll tell y'all about my day. I was off work today, and got up at the regular time, 5:30. Walk my dog, go back inside, drink my coffee, put the dog in the back of the car, carry him to the vet, and have him snipped.
Ooh.
And
Oh.
then I did some writing for some events I got coming up in CMA, and before I knew it, it was time to go back and get him at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And as soon as I got him back home, I took him for another walk, and he's got the cone on his head.
Mhm.
Poor thing. When I come to pick him up at the vet, he didn't want to get back in the car, and I said I was anticipating that, so I took my son with me, and he's a lot bigger and not younger than I am, so. I said, I don't know why he rode down here so good. He's a really good car riding dog. I don't know why he didn't want to get back in the car. He said, Dad, because the last time he got in the car, he got his balls cut off.
What's next?
Yeah, dogs remember. They got a smart mind. Yeah, they remember stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten back in that truck either. I'd have been like, no, I just lost something. I'm not losing any more parts.
I had a chocolate lab years ago, and I watched that Jesse Stone series, and I had a friend who's a little younger than me. He's passed away now, and he's talking to me one night, and I says, hey, as Tom Selleck says, Boomer wouldn't be Boomer without his balls. And I never did. My dog, I didn't never do it. I just left him. I ain't doing it.
And Rumble's okay. I know what you mean, Outcast. Poor dog. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't do this dog, and I really actually should have.
Well,
he's mixed.
This dog, he's a pit mix with a mutt. His mother was a full-blooded, registered AKC registered pit bull dog.
Wow.
And she went in the heat, and they tried to get her put up. Well, one of the neighborhood dogs made it in there before they got her put up good, and so they the neighbor lady picked him out. He was the pick of the litter, and she didn't want him after she got him. People like the idea of having a dog. They like having a dog. They just don't like taking care of them.
No, they don't.
We're up to 4 now, and we have not bought any dogs. We have not solicited any dogs. We have not asked anybody for any dogs. We don't even want no dogs. Man, I'm turning 60 this year. I just want to be left alone. You know what I mean? I want to teach.
You won't see me out there walking no 2 to 6 dogs.
I want to teach my Sunday school class. I want to ride my motorcycle. I want to make YouTube videos, watch videos. I want to load, shoot, do test loads and all that stuff. Man, I ain't got time for that crap. I ain't got time to have a dog. Now all of a sudden, I got every one of them has been dumped at our house.
Ooh.
And our choice was to take them and take care of them and love them, or let them go wild out in the neighborhood, or pile them up in the car and take them to animal control. Then you got to sign your name, and it's so bad in our county now that you have to get an appointment to carry a dog to surrender it. And if they got too many dogs, they ain't going to give you an appointment. Yeah.
Got a question to you, Echo.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. I am aware. Yeah, I'm just going to read it out loud. Hey,
Yeah.
Echo. I am aware of what the SIG 357. What do you know about the 400 Corban? Um, they look almost the same. I'm not real familiar with the 400 Corban. I'll be straight up honest with you, because if I don't know something, I'm not gonna sit there and BS you. I have never loaded the 400 Corban. I know quite a bit about the 357 Sig Sauer round. It's basically a 40 caliber cartridge that's been necked down to 357, and so that cartridge is a bottleneck cartridge, which is they're able to get increased pressure in that round, and that it hits pretty dang hard. I've heard some things, but here's the only drawback to the 357 Sig: if you do not reload, it will cost you a small arm and a leg. It's a fortune to buy that ammunition. Even right now, you may be able to find it because it's so expensive. It's always on the shelf, it seems. Um, that's the only drawback. If you can get yourself some bullets cheap and reuse brass or make your own brass, that would be what I would suggest. The 400 Corban, and this is the other thing. I don't believe the 400 Corban is a SAMI approved cartridge, but I might be wrong on that. That's just me speculating that it was never SAMI approved. And because of that, you will probably find a hard time locating ammunition unless you're getting it from a specific builder.
Uncle Jim said it's
And
tricky to load for, too.
oh, it is tricky to load for. Okay.
Trickery.
Yeah, Uncle Jim has heard of it and has a little bit of idea about it and knows something about the 400 Corban. So if you have any questions, you can address him in the side chat, or you can address me and I'll ask him about it. And if he has any information, he's free to put as much of it up as he wants explaining it.
Here's a question for all of us. For M. Gabriel, appreciate you dropping in, Gabriel. What signs tell you your rifle brass is at the end of of its life?
First, we need to say hello and good evening to Guns and
Hello.
Barbecue.
Hey, barbecue.
Oh
Evening.
yeah, I didn't.
How's it
I
going?
didn't even. John. I'm just stupid. You're just gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to apologize, brother. I didn't even see you pop in, bro. I'm like, because you're in my left eye, and that's just not there. So it was like I heard a pop, a boop, but I didn't know it was you, and I am apologizing.
We'll get around
Welcome
to
to
it.
the show. Welcome to the show, my brother.
You know how it goes.
Yeah.
You kind of sounding funky, Guns and Barbecue. Uncle Jim says no. The 357 Sig is tricky to load for, but
Okay.
usually by the time I figure out that my brass is approaching at the end of its life, it's too late. Generally, split necks is what happens to me, and I think as long as it's not too far down in there, split neck is one of the things that happen. And then I've had rifle brass that split the first time you shoot it, especially with factory rounds. You all have, particularly in 223.
Less primer pockets after a while.
Yeah, it depends on the
head
cartridge.
Separation.
Yeah, it really kind of depends on the cartridge you're loading, and what weapon system you're using it in. You'll notice that certain cartridges in certain weapons platforms will exhibit specific signs of wear. The AR-15 platform, and I don't care what cartridge you have it loaded for. It's the whole way the system works, loading the cartridges in and out of the chamber. It's very violent. The bolt carrier system is going 40 feet per second and sometimes a little faster, and that's flying for a bolt. So what it causes a lot of times is if the rifle is overgassed, it will warp the head of the case. Your primer pockets on your 5.56 will wear out quicker because of the them crimping them in and them pushing the pressure to 62,000 psi. So basically, the AR-15, you'll see split necks, but usually the heads of the case where the actual primer sits and the extractor rides in the extractor groove, that wears out before anything. But like Jamie's saying, 308, a 35 Remington, cartridges like that aren't being beat to death in while they're being loaded, most of the time you're going to wear out the necks and you're going to wear out the primer pockets before you, and if you anneal, that's going to take a while to happen.
You know why I love revolvers and lever guns so much? Because I don't have to bend over and pick the brass up off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you lose a round of if you lose a piece of brass out of a revolver, it's your own fault. Mm,
The mob says never do a hit with a semi-auto. You do it with a revolver.
Yeah.
There's a
words
reason.
to live. Yeah, words to live by the mob. They
yeah.
used to.
Leave the gun, bring the cannoli.
I was watching on YouTube today the Sicily connection with the Gambino cousins on YouTube about that heroin thing they were doing in a ship that got they think they hijacked.
And lead bullet junkie loads for 400 Corbin, and it's basically a 1911, and it's 45 brass neck down to 40. Very similar concept of the 357 SIG.
Oh.
And
Okay.
he uses the small prime 45 AC. I think I've sent him some of that brass before. If I find any, I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah,
near the end of the stream, near the end of the stream, guys, we'll let you put some links out to some of your channels.
Yeah.
No, Miss Kitty, I've got a bag just for dumping revolver brass into it.
Yes, and it's a good idea. And here's a little something too for any new guys that are out in the crowd or new guys that'll be watching this post show. Get yourself one of those range bags. If you're just getting into handgun shooting or rifle shooting, get yourself a range bag. It doesn't have to be a $300 range bag. You can get ones that are made by Midway USA, and they're decent. I've got a couple of them, and they come with a brass pouch that has a pull string, drawstring tight for the top of it, and the bottom of it is webbed so that it lets sand or any debris come out of it. And you just put all your brass back in it and give it a good shake before you put it down in your bag. And all the dirt and grime, 90% of it, will come out of that bag so that you're not bringing a bunch of sand home to throw into your wet tumbler or your dry tumbler. Just a little something. And they have them on sale from time to time for under $44. So you can get a good bag to hold all your gear and your brass, and you don't have to spend a fortune. All that PVC vinyl stuff, so it lasts forever.
I tell you what I use for a range bag, and that's those Cabela's catch-all bags. You can get those from Cabela, what you used to could. I don't know if you still can or not since Bass Pro Shops bought them out, but they'd run them on sale at Christmas time for $9.95, and I bought several of them back then. I think the last time I was at Cabela's at Christmas time, they were had bumped them up to 12, $13, but that's still a good deal.
I want one of those wagons with the cloth sides and all that to carry to the
I
gun range.
want to, I want to build one. I
Yeah.
want to build a cart, a range cart,
Mhm.
and it's going to be a wooden box. I got to figure out how big it can be and still get in the back of the car, the back of my truck. Figure out how to secure it. But I'm going to use, those big motors, big lawnmower wheels on the back of some lawnmowers, the 6-inch.
Yeah, with air.
No, these are.
Oh, the plastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
the big ones. I know what you're talking about.
Like on the 6 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
Got the
yeah.
big wheels.
Yeah, the bigger wheels on the back. I got an old junk lawnmower, and a friend of mine took those wheels off for me, and he was hauling it away to the scrap for money. So, and yeah, backpack's a good deal too. New York Outcast. That's what Chico uses, and
especially if you're going out in the woods, a backpack can be nice because you're not carrying a bunch of stuff under your arms in case you come across a critter that don't like to be come across.
Got a good crowd in here tonight. Got Guns and Jamie. Got Lead Bullet Junkie, New York here. Who else jumped in here? I was looking at
I'm
Rick's
working
Life
on
as I see it. He's here.
I'm working on a medical kit for my range bag. I really need a medical kit.
Trauma kit.
Yeah. If you need a trauma kit, Jamie, get in touch with me, man. I know what goes in those. If you want a good one, I know what tourniquets to get. Kyle knows too. Both of us are pretty knowledgeable on trauma, like what you would come in need if you were in a shooting or if you had a severe injury from cutting in grass or with a lawnmower or a tractor or something like that.
I'm gonna do one with a cat tourniquet, Gen 7, and I'm gonna do a soft tourniquet, and I may end up doing the
Israeli bandage. No, is put an Israeli bandage in it.
I'm already going. Yeah, I got that there. That's bandaging. I'm gonna do that one. And, chest seals.
Yeah, chest plastic, and so you don't
tape,
get
duct tape in there, and a few other things.
Yeah, you want to use some quick clot too. It's expensive, but let me tell you something. If you're somewhere where you can't start an IV and get fluids into someone, that quick clot will seal up a wound, and a huge tube of what you glue models together, that liquid cement, that will save you too. I know a fellow that cut 3 fingers off with a chop saw, and he was able to actually use glue and glue the wounds closed and keep them from bleeding. But it was horrible when he got to the hospital because they had to scrub all that out to reattach his fingers. But hey, better to have that and not bleed out than have yourself, go deep 6 because you didn't have anything to do it with. And that quick clot stuff, it's expensive, but it does work. It does work very well.
I've always heard that chest seals are honestly more of a waste of a time than anything, because if you never had to apply one, that now you're doing something that you never had to do in the first place. But then if you're having to apply one to somebody that did have a wound and they are bleeding out, now you're getting to apply something with an adhesive back to a surface that is covered in bodily fluids. It's a nightmare. And most people, they might get trained on it once or something, and they don't do anything with it. Then when that time comes, they're wasting more time than saving life at that point.
Yeah.
So, personally, I think chest seals are a little overrated.
Yeah, you got to really be aggressive with an open chest wound. I've always used my index finger and my thumb. What you do is you grab the skin that's closest to the wound with your index finger and curl it, and you won't believe the amount of horsepower you have in your index finger curling. Take your thumb, shove it right in the fucking hole. Sorry about the F-bomb, but shove it right in the hole and push pressure against the bleeder, and then clean the surface before you put a chest bag or a chest, a chest seal. That's going to give you your best way to stop bleeding. If not, jam as much gauze and quick clot that you can get into the hole and seal it up as tight as you can get it by just keep shoving. Don't pull anything back out. Always shove more in, because it'll build a clot and it'll build pressure. You go to pull something out, you're going to break that clot. So you want to keep shoving that cotton, that gauze in there. And if you got some Vaseline, put that on it, because that'll help keep that blood.
Drew, about that. A lot of controversy over quick clot over the years.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Don't try and cheap out and be like, oh, I'll just go get some tampons out of my wife's drawer or something. Tampons are not made to clot, they're made to absorb. So all you're going to do is keep absorbing that blood flow, not stopping it.
Yes. And I found this personal information. Guns and Barbecue gave me a 3-hour class all about the Tampax tampon and why you should not use that for gunshot wounds. I tell you now, if you want to sign up for that class, he will be doing another personal Hangout class on that, and it's $79.99, and it's about 2.5 hours. So if you are interested in
$75.99 if you use code ECHO.
Okay, code ECHO. Code here it is. Code ECHO is losing his hair. Code ECHO, and I don't know where it's going. From what I understand, it used to be, I used to have, a normal hairline, and now it's running down the back of my neck. I don't know where it's going, but it's just running down the back of my neck for some reason. I'm not sure, but I don't know what to do.
That rat tourniquet saved a lot of civilian lives and kids in Afghanistan and the wars in the Middle East.
Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Hey guys, let me gracefully bow out and get ready for our
yes, sir.
Our thing at 8, and
have a good one, man.
Got here with supper, and I'm gonna go sling Rigby around a little bit. And
all right, well that's awesome.
We got to walk them 6 dogs too before the show.
Yeah, and just 6 a quick walks. Joke for the six dogs walking, Jamie. So we're gonna see AR in another couple years. He'll have like 12 dogs. He'll be walking them, but he'll have like a 45-year-old girlfriend that has them, and they're all her dogs. And he's all of a sudden walking them out there. That's how you see a man walking 6 dogs around the block, and they're all biting at him and stuff. That's how it happens.
I see it out here sometimes.
Thanks, GGW. And if she's 35 years old, he'll be walking 10 dogs. See y'all in a little while, guys.
Thanks for coming on, brother. And everybody get over to the Georgia Shooting Connection after this show. And go ahead now, gentlemen, in the side chat. Go ahead and drop your links for your channels. And we're going to go ahead and do the last. What did you say?
I said if they got any.
Yeah, if anybody has any links for your channels or other friends' channels, whatever, now's the time to drop the links in the side chat, and that way that'll be in the last few minutes of the show. So if anyone's looking for a channel that was advertised on our show, they can go to the end of the show and just click back about 5 minutes or 10 minutes and see everyone's links.
Doesn't it take so many hours something for that side chat to appear? Is what I'm thinking.
Yes. Yes. It takes about 20 hours for the side chat to come back and show back up with the video.
Echoes is not yet, but my every time I do a stream, whether it's morning coffee, it's going over to Rumble, guys. So check it out. Hardly nobody's viewing it though, but it's just chit chat. So
Oh, and
What's
another
weird is
little
I
announcement.
don't. What's weird is I'm not using the main link in Yardstream to do it, but it's appearing over there, even though I don't have it clicked.
Also, an announcement: Guns and Barbecue does an almost nightly chat on 2A and how we can stay in the game and keep playing aggressively against the determined anti-gun crowd. I want you guys, if you get a chance, to go and check his channel out. If you're looking for it, go to my channel's homepage, go to channels, and his channel is listed amongst some of the other fellas that you'll find on our show and in our showcase. One other thing, New York Outcast, he builds gun displays for AR-15s and pistols, and he offers them in like a gloss black and a gun stock color that is like a traditional, what you would see on like a lever gun or a shotgun color. And it's called gun stock is the actual color name. And he's making those. So if you get a chance, please go and check out his channel. And New York, if you would please leave a link in the side chat for your channel and for your product. AR, is there anything you wanted to finish off on, or Guns and Barbecue? Anything you guys wanted to?
You don't have a moderator to be able to put a link. New York don't. So
New York don't.
No.
Okay, I'll make him a moderator.
Website for New York Outcast and the display stands is randldisplays.com.
Okay, that's simple.
Are you a moderator, Guns and Barbecue?
I am.
Okay, good. All right, then I just got to get in here.
I'm pretty sure I am.
Okay, you should be. If not, let me know.
Pretty sure I just posted a link. I actually threw out a link for Great Start Shooting School with Brooke Cheney. She is the Connecticut director for DC Project. She does a live chat every Saturday night called Suicide Prevention Saturday, which is aimed at bringing awareness to suicide in general, but more so suicide via firearms, seeing as 2/3 of all firearms deaths in our country are suicide. So if we could find a way to take a big chunk out of that, we could potentially cut down nearly 66% of all firearms deaths, which would just be another nail in the coffin for the anti-gunners, because that'd be a whole lot of ammunition that they're using against us that they wouldn't have anymore. So Brooke is doing amazing things. Like I said, she's the Connecticut DC project director. So yeah, if you haven't ever checked her out or anything, I would definitely recommend doing that.
We had Rick's Life as I Know It in here. It's good to see him too.
Oh, Mr. Rick, and he's got a show too. And yes, Rick's Life as he sees it, or as he puts it, Rick's Life as I See It. And then he also does one shooting with disabilities. And basically both those shows are really good. They're kind of like a little bit of a podcast talking about guns, ammunition, reloading, all different kinds of subjects in the industry and all what's going on in his world. And Rob, I put you as a moderator. You can post links now, New York Outcast. So you can post any links you want to do now for your products, brother.
I've seen those Randall displays. I've been on that site once.
Randall knives?
Yeah, he started off just doing the displays for ARs, things like that. Now he's actually doing displays for handguns as well. So
cool.
Yes. So yeah, Rob is a good supporter of our Second Amendment community, and you can catch him all the time on Guns and Barbecues channel and a lot of the Second Amendment channels.
Rick's Life as I See It.
Yes.
Constant guy on there. G23's chat on Saturdays. I think that takes place at 6 p.m. Eastern. A lot of times New York is over there on that. Good solid dude.
Yes, sir. Man, we've been getting a lot of promoting done tonight. I like it. And if anybody wants their channel promoted and want to come on the show for an interview and do a promotion, get in touch with me or AR Guns or even Barbecue. You can get in touch with all three of us. If it's something 2A that you wanted to do a show with, I would recommend you contact Barbecue. And I know he does interviews. If you have something interesting to share with the community, and and you're doing something special, or you're doing something that you think that he might be interested in sharing with the rest of the gun channels on YouTube and Rumble, then go right ahead and tune in and leave him an email so that he can get in touch with you.
Absolutely. And it's pretty easy to get a hold of me. It's just the channel name at gmail.com.
Yes.
Any of you guys want to send me your email, me to hang on to it? I'll do that. We'll put it in our address book, argun1776 at gmail.com.
Yeah.
When do you want to wind this down, Echo? It's 7:18.
We can go ahead and start to wind it down, but I just wanted to say one other thing. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight, and I just wanted to let everybody know that we are going to be doing some promotional things here in the next couple of weeks, supporting channels and doing some different stuff. So keep an eye out for it. And anything that you want to leave us with, Guns and Barbecue?
Well, you just mentioned promotional things. I actually just did a premiere a little earlier today about giveaway I'm doing. That is going to support Gunpowder Beauty and her husband, Tardot. It's just like a virtual or online diaper party type thing, being as, we're all in different states and whatnot. They're having a baby here very soon, and just wanted to show them some love and support and whatnot. So I put together a prize pack, which can be seen in that video. And I know some people are anti PayPal. I understand why, but that was the only real way I could figure out to have people enter. So if you go over to PayPal.com and hit send money to and put in guns and bbq at gmail.com. $10 gets you 1 entry slot. $20 will get you 3 entry slots. But then all that money raised will go to Gunpowder and Tardot for their new Rugrat that will be popping out here soon.
I know Gunpowder Beauty has been screaming at the top of her lungs. She wants this baby out. So,
oh yeah, it's a monster.
Yeah, Mama wants the baby out, and we all want to send our prayers and our blessings for a healthy, happy girl or boy. I'm not sure what she's expecting, but I hope that it's healthy and everything they wanted more in another child to keep them up late at night and for the next 18 years. Yeah, and Barbecue laughs because he's got little ones too. But when you're little, they scream and cry a lot, and they're noisy. And then when they're older in their teenage years, they get a car keys, and they're noisy, and they're sneaking in and out of the house at night, waking you up. So it's just a nonstop for about 25 years.
So fun little thing to do. They snuck out of the house. They're coming back in. You wait up all night and you have a black powder revolver, any black powder pistol, really. It could just be a single shot. Who cares? But just load that with a wad and when they open that door to the house, thinking that they snuck in without being caught or anything, all they're going to see is 3 feet of muzzle flash as they pick their pants.
3 feet of muzzle flash. Jiminy crickets. Barbecue is getting ready to set his his shag carpet on fire.
Yes.
It looks
a lot
like
of people in this side chat. Appreciate you guys dropping in this evening. Let me call a few out. Vanessa Kitty was here. GGW New York Outcast. Uncle Jim too. Uncle Jim, I call him. James Pugh was with us. Uncle John. James Pugh. Drew Bradley was with us earlier. Good to see you. Good to see you, Uncle John. G23, of course. Guns and Barbecue over here in the box below us. Rick's Life as I See It dropped in. It's good to see him. I hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Who else? Uncle John. Drew Bradley, Vanessa, GGW Reloading. I'm just going to kind of go through this kind of fast. If I skip you, I apologize. We'll get you next time because I will remember it typically. Tactical Fudd was with us. James Pollard. GGW I called. Lead Bullet Junkie. Vanessa I called. James Pugh I called. Who else? Andy 79Z28, he was with us. He goes to bed early though. He was with us at least 6:53. Good to see him always. I wish he could come in our chat sometimes, but he's got audio problems.
Yeah, we're going to have to help him figure that out.
Got Ocean here. Good to see you, Ocean. Appreciate you dropping in. Who else here? I'm just basically flying through it a little faster than usual. Anyway, we appreciate it. It's good to have Guns and Barbecue on here, and good to see all of you over here in the side chat. So
appreciate the invite. Thank you.
We appreciate you guys kind of holding off on the links near the end of the show, or when we, Echo calls it out, or I do. It keeps us where we can keep up with the chat a little easier. Sometimes questions kind of get lost in that. So we appreciate that. So
it helps us out, especially me being as blind as a bat. But yeah, Guns and Barbecue, brother, you're welcome back anytime you want, man. Just say the day and, just say, hey, I want to come on the show. And you're welcome anytime, brother.
I appreciate it. Likewise to both of you.
Yeah. We'll have to come over and check out your second A, do one of the later night chats, maybe this weekend or something with you.
We got a barbecue chat tomorrow at 9:30. What are we going to talk about on the barbecue chat? I don't know. We'll figure out something. Normally, between me, Moo, and TPC Cooks, we get something figured out like right before the show. So, like I said, I don't know what it is right this second, but we'll have something to talk about barbecue-wise tomorrow, and then Tuesday we'll be back to the old two-way grind again.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys are got a free time during that time, please tune in to Guns and Barbecue. And once again, if you don't have his channel link, I think it was dropped in the show in the side chat. But if not, it's posted on my channel under channels on the homepage. Just hit on there and go down till you see him and subscribe to him and whoever else I have on there. All good people. But thanks for coming on, Barbecue. I really appreciate it, brother. Always a pleasure.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Good to see you all in the side chat. Appreciate you dropping in. Good to see you hop in here, Guns. You all have a good one. We'll catch you on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Good night.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen. You have a good night.